Rigging Station, presented by Diamond Fishing Products, makers of the finest monofilament and braided fishing line in the world.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode's Rigging Station. I wanted to spend a minute and talk to you in detail about the tackle that we're fishing today. We're doing some manual deep dropping for gray tile fish. We're outside of Boca, but remember, these fish are all up and down the entire east coast of Florida and well into the Gulf of Mexico as well. We're manual fishing with some conventional outfits. We've got a Chaos 8-foot composite rod, fiberglass and graphite, and that graphite is really important. That sensitivity factor, it allows us to feel those bites so far below the surface. The rod is matched to a Daiwa Saltiste 50, a high-speed reel. Really important. It's allowing Carlos and I to gain a lot of line on that reel every time we turn that handle, and that's important when you've got to bring up a rig or bring up a fish from 450 feet below the surface. The most important part of the equation is the line itself. We've got our reels loaded with Diamond Braid in 20-pound test. It's super thin, but it's also super strong, and it'll have plenty of backbone and plenty of power to haul up anything that you're gonna hook out here in this depth of water. But again, because it's so thin, it's allowing us to fish as little lead as possible, and that's really important. Right now, we've got about 2 knots of current. We're getting away with 12 ounces of lead. The last thing you wanna do is have to overdo it and literally just wear yourself out with 16 or 24 ounces if you don't need to. So that Diamond Braid in the 20-pound is a perfect combination. It's allowing us to really just have a proper vertical presentation while keeping that rig right on the bottom. And that's what's important. Remember, these tile fish are not gonna come more than a couple of feet off the bottom to grab a bait. So you don't want your line all scoped out. You wanna have that rig right off the bottom, straight up and down. The terminal rig itself is really simple and really stealthy. 4 feet of 80-pound diamond presentation. We've tied in 3 little dropper loops, and we've got 5/0 VMC Sure Set circle hooks. They're perfect, they're strong, but they're thin wire, a thin wire gauge, and that allows that hook to penetrate the corner of that fish's mouth really easily. The final part of the whole equation is a little light that we attach to our snap swivel. We've got a little LP Duralume, just a little strobe, and what that does is it helps the fish key in on the bait. Remember, it's pretty much pitch black down there, 450 feet below the surface. So they sniff out those squid that we're using for bait, they see that light, they come racing in, they grab that bait, and you're hooked up every time.